Today, I want to show you how LeanLaw helps facilitate the full life cycle of your invoicing process. LeanLaw is the financial operating system for your law firm, and we help you onboard, track time and fees, draft, deliver. Now, this invoicing workflow is broken into three groups. Some of the work, or what we call at LeanLaw, the jobs to be done in advance of invoicing. Then, of course, the pre-bill process, and then lastly, managing invoices. Let's start with the pre-bill process. We'll start with those jobs to do before we do pre-bill. I'm a firm administrator, and one of the tasks I have to do is look at all of the users in the firm and look at their time. So I'm in the firm time analysis. This is under reports and advanced reports, and you can see very visually and very quickly all of the users and is using these green lines, how much time is in the system. I have a broad this year, but if you could look at this month or whatever time period. So this helps you visually see just quickly who's got more time in the system and where it should be. Now, second report that same firm admin might do in terms of tracking the firm's time is around productivity. These are the users in the firm, and we can see very clearly all of their billable hours included in fixed fee, non-billable hours. So you get a sense here very quickly of where different users, and that's all sortable too. So if I want to look at who's got the most billable hours in the system, you can quickly see it, and anything can be exported. Now, if I'm an attorney and I'm looking at my practice towards that end of the month or mid-month, I can look at the ready to bill report and highlight the matters I'm responsible for and see the hours, expenses, and fees, and some other important data associated with that. So that attorney can get a sense of what's happening with their practice as they're getting ready to the end of the month and have a sense of where those dollars are. And lastly, if I'm a timekeeper, that job to be done is to look at my time over a given month, and I'm in the time entries page, and I can visually very easily see my time and what days maybe I don't have enough time in, and the totals and number of entries. And again, very sortable by date and other activities there. That's how we help the team get ready to bill. Next, let's look at the pre-draft process. LeanLaw has different stages for the pre-bill process. We always have ready to bill, which is all of the WIP, the time, the expenses, and fees that are in LeanLaw. And that's LeanLaw's job, is to collect, collate, and pre-bill and draft and invoice all of that WIP. The drafts, those are the things that the team are looking to edit and approve. And the last, a stage saying approve. These are flexible. You can add and take away stages as you see fit. If you're the firm admin, the job to be done is to essentially create the draft bills. And that can be done in batch by simply clicking that checkbox and saying create draft invoices, or you can do them individually. We have macro tools to turn things on and off based on what your preferences are for the attorney. We can bill one invoice summarized by matter or one invoice, one matter, your choice. Let's move forward into the draft editing phase. We have the conventional way, and we don't love this at LeanLaw because we want you to do it electronically, but you could pick a particular matters involving a certain stakeholder in batch, click that and say print, and that will print out to a PDF all of the invoices for that person to review. What we prefer you to do is to use our Invoice Editor, something we spent a lot of time and are very proud of. Let's see if I can find a good one here. This is the Invoice Editor. You will immediately see who the stakeholders are. Is there any trust balance or AR due? You have the ability to click in to anything and see very quickly and fully editable what the opportunities are, what the fees are, and then make any modifications as you see. If you need to add a section, you can even take something and move it to an entirely different matter. So if you have a fee on one matter, yikes, we made a mistake, it goes to another. Fully flexible, very easy to edit and make changes as you see fit. When you say approved, that means it's approved and ready to be delivered to the client. So that takes that question mark away. If we're looking at a matter that has more time entries on it, you can see the times with the initials are there, the rates and hours. If I want to click into a time entry, I can edit the text as I see fit. I can also write down as needed at activity and task codes. We typically do that at time entry and include different data points on this specific entry. If I want to remove this entry, I have different options here to adjust it or save it for later, etc. If for some reason this invoice is totally wrong, we can easily undo it, no harm, no foul. LeanLaw allows you to fully electronically edit that invoice without having to go back to draft or the back and forth, and they can do it. And when they say approved, it is ready to go and it is marked in the approved category. This communicates to a billing administrator, hey, this is ready to be delivered to the client. Let's look at the final phase, which is how we manage our invoices. In the Manage Invoice section here, this is where the firm operators, the billing clerks, etc., will manage not just the delivery of invoices, but also do things, paying things in trust or downloading activities, etc. We have different filters to easily identify what's not paid, what's overdue, how clients receive theirs. In batch, when we onboard a client, we say to the client, prefer it to be emailed. So if we're looking for not paid and ready to email, meaning these are the invoices that are ready to be emailed and they have not been emailed, they're ready to be emailed, we just simply in batch click it, pop down and say deliver. Now we can deliver them in groups or individually. So we have different ways of managing that, how you want to do it. If you're working with clients with trust account and you want to pay that with trust, I took not paid with trust. I see a list of those that have trust balances, and at any one individually or in batch, I can pay that from trust, and LeanLaw will handle the full accounting in QuickBooks as well as LeanLaw. The same goes for leads. If you have clients with leads, we can just show me those with leads, in batch, deliver, and I've got some options here to deliver the files in leads or combine the lead. Full support here for leads filing and billing. If we're reminding, we can do reminders. If we want to look at an email, we can certainly, or look at an invoice, we simply just click on it and we'll see the live invoice here. You'll see all of the information there that's part of that invoice in real time and what the client's seeing. If we want to edit the email, we have the ability to edit the email as well. So if I click that, I can go into emails individually and make any minor edits that I want or send them out in a template-driven way. So everything will have your logos on it. Last thing I want to show you is that once emails are sent, especially those electronically, you can come in and actually track and look at different statuses. Did it was open? Did it bounce? Oh, this one bounced, and do different types of reminders in batch for LeanLaw. Those are the 3 different phases of managing our invoicing work.